Before we start this session, I would like to do a fun activity. I want you to tell me about yourself, but in your mother tongue. My mother tongue is Punjabi, so I can say, Hanji bhai kidda, ji ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ so you have to speak like 2 lines in your mother tongue about yourself.
Okay.
So
हमारा नाम
shall I
प्रतीक
start first?
Okay, one by one.
हमारा नाम प्रतीक है।
Pratik, you start first.
यस, हमारा नाम प्रतीक है। हम बनारस के लगे चंदौली जिला से रहने वाला ही। हमार मातृभाषा भोजपुरी है।
हमार नाम अभिलाषा है और हमार मातृभाषा बज्जिका है और हम शोध छात्र हती और बज्जिका भाषा पे ही शोध कर रही है।
Okay, Siddharth.
हमारा नाम सिद्धार्थ चौहान बा। हम छपरा के रहे वाला बानी। हम अभी क्लास 12th में पढ़त बानी।
Okay. Now you must be thinking that why I made you do this.
Yes.
So keep on thinking about that, and I'm going to start today's session. Okay, you see this image?
Yes.
Can you tell me what is happening in this image?
A lot of people have gathered in front of a house, and there is a man. Okay.
I think some
I
boys are going to school and there is a
exactly.
Yes,
Oh,
I think
yes,
it's a
yes,
notice
yes.
board.
So this is France, and he lives in Alsace, which is a region in France. And he actually, few minutes ago, he was bunking school because he got tired. So he decided I should just go to school as well. It's very hard to bunk school. So he's walking on his way to school and he's seeing that people are gathered in front of the town hall. Now, town hall is a place where all the public notices are posted. And it is a symbol for sadness. Because for years, town hall has only posted news of how many battles France lost, how many people were killed, how many soldiers are missing. But today, anyone who reads that notice comes out sad. And France is confused. Why are they so sad? Why is everyone so sad? Why do you think everyone will be so sad today? What is so special?
There might be some bad news, as you told that town hall notice board is for sad news.
Okay. What kind of a bad news do you think it will be?
About somebody's death or what can be the bad news?
Okay, it is a death, but it is not a person's death. And you will realize whose death it is as we get ahead with the story. So then Franz walks to school and he enters his school. Now what happens when you enter your school? What do you see when you enter your school? What is happening?
When I enter my school, I see the building in which my class, I see the class also. I also see, because I come in the morning, so prayer hall I see. That's all.
Do you see children in the playground?
Yes, they're all playing.
So when you enter a school, you hear a lot of bustling noises from everywhere, right? Children in the playground, children running in the corridors, teachers are talking. There's a lot happening. But when Franz has entered the school today, there is something weird. It's eerily silent. Nobody is speaking anything. School is empty. Empty in the sense that there is no liveness in the school. And he's looking at the playground, it's empty. He's looking at the corridors, it's empty. And he enters his classroom. Okay, so when he enters his classroom, usually when you enter a classroom, it's always filled of noises, right? There's lot children are talking, somebody's playing, somebody's creating a lot of mess. So it happens. If some or the other thing is happening, and the only time when you experience silence in the class, when some teacher has punished someone. Okay,
Yes.
but Franz enters and there is no teacher. He notices that in the back benches, the senior citizens of the region, the elderly, they are sitting in the classroom and they are writing. And then he sees his friends and they're talking about something. So he goes and he sits with his friends and they're saying, uh, there no students children don't get toys to play with, and their houses are also destroyed. And then the other friend says that I wish I could help that kid, I could donate some clothes and everything. And Franz is unable to understand once again that what are they talking about, and who is this where is this place where children have lost their clothes and lost their toys, and what is happening. Anyhow, he sits in the classroom, and as he's sitting, his teacher, French teacher, Mr. M. Hemmel comes. M. Hemmel is a French teacher, and Franz hates M. Hemmel. He doesn't like him because he's too strict, and he doesn't like French also because of that reason. So, and today he is going to take a test on participles. So Franz is hiding himself somewhere that he doesn't notices me, because he's very strict and he scolds him a lot. So he's hiding somewhere. But M. Hamel, what he does, he's taking the test, and as he goes to France, he knows that he hasn't prepared. He knows that because he never prepares. So he looks at him and he passes to the next student. Now France is thinking, this is weird. He never does that. He hasn't scolded me. He hasn't said anything to me. What is wrong? And M. Hamel is dressed in his best clothes. Now, this suit that he only wears during ceremonies or annual day functions. So he walks past him and he's thinking, Franz is thinking, what is wrong? What is happening? These senior citizens are sitting in our class. He's dressed in his best clothes. He didn't, for the first time in history, he hasn't scolded me. What is wrong? Am I dreaming? Is it a dream? What is happening? But he's sitting in the class and he's thinking. And then M. Hamel looks at the class and he says that French is a beautiful language. It is clear in pronunciation and easy to learn and understand. Yet we are unable to respect it. And because of this, we will soon disappear as a community because we won't be able to hold on to ourselves. And then he looks at France and he says that tomorrow a new teacher will come. He will teach you German, and it will be a shame that you won't be able to write your name in your mother tongue, which is French. And this is the time when France is taken aback. He's struck, and he feels guilty and ashamed and embarrassed at at this point, because he had ignored his mother tongue. He skipped classes, he bunked school, and he took it so lightly. And from tomorrow, some other man will be teaching some other language which he rarely knows. So the clock strikes 12, and the Germans begin to play their trumpet in the streets. It's time for their parade. And Franz is looking out of the window and he's looking up in the sky and he's thinking, will the Germans make the pigeons coo in German? So as the trumpets blow, what happens is that M. Hamel, he picks up his hat and he wears his hat, and he wants to write something on the blackboard, but he's unable to. His hands are paralyzed, and he ends up writing Viva la France, which means long live the France. And this is how the story ends. This story is written by Alfonso Daudet. He was a prolific writer, and he's best known for this lesson, the last lesson. This is ironic that this is the first chapter of your book, but this is last lesson. And this is a story written when German was invading France during 1870-71. And it was written at that time. The backdrop is of France. Now you realize what the children were talking about. The children were talking about that wherever German invaded, it destroyed homes. Children lost their toys to play with. Now, and when this is the reason why Mr. M. Hamel was giving this, lecture, you can say, of his own language, because this is their mother tongue. French is their mother tongue. And they were unable to respect it. They were unable to hold on to it. What do you think is the theme of this story? There are two themes, by the way.
One should always be connected to his or her mother tongue and speak it.
That is very short. It has a very broad theme.
And one thing we can guess from this story that the government is going to be changed, and it affects the whole community who is staying there. And it also affects the language as well, because in a school system, the language will be changed, the medium of instruction will be changed.
Exactly, because on that
Entire
notice
education.
board, it was written that from tomorrow, everywhere German will be used in
Yes.
every educational institution, courts, laws. And this is why people were so sad, because they will lose their mother tongue now. Anybody who will speak French will be considered, an alienated person. You have to speak German because that is the dominant culture. Just like how Britishers invaded India and how they established their education system, how they had this philosophy that you should be Western in thought. Even if you're Indian in outlook, you should be Western in perspective and thought, right? So the theme of the story is, you will understand this better when you see this image. What do you think this image is about?
Your self-identity.
Exactly. So the theme of the story is identity crisis. What is identity crisis? What do you think identity is?
Identity is, ma'am, combination of lot of things. Where do you belong to? What is your language? Which culture you follow?
Exactly. It is your upbringing,
Yes.
how you are brought up in a certain place, what all your environment, your nature, your culture, your attitude, and even the way you eat, it shows uh, your culture, it shows your identity. And this is a time of identity crisis because French weren't able to hold on to their identity. Because as Abhilasha said, which is a very clever point, that the government and the wars that were happening, they were destroying cultures, and they had destroyed this culture of a very small region. And the second theme of the story is a very interesting one, and you will explain. I will not say anything now. Just explain me this picture.
I got it.
Okay,
Maybe.
explain then.
The trees here symbolizes the paper that you make for writing, and here you have tankers. That means war will, which is much heavier. The warfare and peace is being talked about. I guess.
You're close. You're close. Anybody
Yes,
else?
yes.
Right. So I
Then
think
or the sword. Who is mightier? Actually, this is the thing.
right. Something.
This
Yeah. So this picture is showing that peace is uh, much more important, and I think one side we need to have peace rather than this war and the machinery.
No, but there is a
and
question
other
mark.
right.
okay,
The
who
question.
starts the war?
who starts the war?
Hmm. Who does? Who initiates a war?
I don't know why, but there can be also one thing that if you want peace, be prepared for a war.
No,
That is
I
quite
don't agree with
interesting.
that point. I think this is showing that you can have a better world with peace rather than war, rather than with war. So
And the
Okay.
balance is equal.
we should take the side of the peace, something like that. Okay. So
I've equaled it for you to decide which side is heavier. That's why. See,
yeah. So okay.
uh, do you remember what Franz said? He said while looking out of the window, what did he say?
He was
He said,
feeling guilty.
will the Germans make the pigeons coo in German?
Oh,
So
Right.
this is that theme of can man overtake nature with his mindless games? Can he with his warfare overtake nature? Do you think can man overtake nature?
Right. That is happening now.
But do you think that man can overtake nature?
no.
We have seen it, right? In the
No.
pandemic era, we are clear that
Yes.
man can never overtake nature.
Yeah. Nature will again refresh itself.
Exactly. So this is how the session ends, and I have a fun activity, home activity for you. You have to find a fun anecdote or a story, folk tale or a folk song from your culture, write it down, and this is your home activity for today. I hope you had fun. Happy learning.
This one. Thank you, ma'am.